My name is Oshifes Oluwadamilare. I'm a mechanic. Welcome to Exxon F1, also known as from Lawon, Kolom, Africa. Our video won't be too long today. It's just funny and crazy the way things went today. This is the first race. I will tell you that even in spite of the rain, the first practice is not that interesting. Serious. The practice and the qualifying are not that interesting. With rain, we should see a lot of actions, a lot of craziness, and nothing much. So let's quickly go to the rundown. The practice 3 was at the point really mad by the rain. The rain was too much. At the point, the drivers could not go on the track about 20 minutes to the end of the practice. Those that came with their slide, those that came with their flop, drivers that came with their hiccups, everybody was just everywhere. People hiccuping, G-sliding, sling rolling. But the usual suspect, Max Verstappen, went ahead for P1, but it was just dull. It was not as lively as we thought the practice would be, even with the rain. Even in Monaco, there's a tight track. We could see a lot of action in the rain during the qualifying. But here it's just dull. But majorly in the practice, there was no action at all. It was just there. But yes, let's move to qualifying. The rain had stopped before qualifying, but it was projected that rain will come up about 10 minutes to the end of the qualifying. But in Q1, all drivers came out in their new boots. They all came out in Inters, so a lot of drivers struggled, but the usual suspects were there. The Q1 really was between Max Verstappen and Alonso. They were just setting different paces, different times amongst themselves, stealing away people's time. They were so confident in their car. The Mercedes worked hard to make it to Q2. The Mercedes really struggled to make it to Q2. Naturally, we all know that the Mercedes last year and this year had struggled with tire warm-up. Though the Red Bull are having the same issue, but I don't know. Whenever Red Bull think they want to pick up power, maybe they have a magic button. They pick the power up, light up their tires and get racing. But Mercedes finds it difficult to get racing cold weather because they find it difficult to light up their tires. So it affected them. So during the Q1, they struggled to Q2. So drivers out in Q1 were Tsunoda, Gasly, De Vries, Sargent and Zhou Guanyu. They really struggled to get their tires warmed up. Even in Q1, Zhou Guanyu had pulled out a red flag that was a few minutes later taken off because they was able to take car back to the garage. His car went into limp mode and they were able to get sorted out immediately. Got into the garage, but he still qualified in the 20th position. Now during the qualifying, there are lots of drivers blocking other drivers. A lot of blockings and a lot of complaints. So stewards have a lot of work to do tonight. A lot of penalties will fly and possibly some will be forgiven because Gasly took penalty for Carlos Sainz 2 weeks ago. As Carlos Sainz been dashed grid penalty tomorrow. 3-place penalty on the grid for blocking or impeding Pierre Gasly during the qualifying. So I think miracle know the tire Jesus. That's what I would say there because what goes around comes back around. It happened 2 weeks ago in Spain. It's a role reversal for him. I think Carlos Sainz might be taking penalty for him this week. That was it. And in Q2, unfortunately, the homeboy Lance Stroll is out. Charles Leclerc, Sergio Perez. For the second week coming, Sergio Perez is out in Q2. He didn't make Q3. Kevin Magnussen, Valtteri Bottas were all eliminated in Q2. But what happened in Q2? Some teams and some drivers were able to look at the track drying, and Albon got it first. He looked at the track drying and he quickly jumped on the soft tires before Lando Norris and some few others jumped on the soft tires, and he was able to come out in Q2. While other drivers struggled to make their way out, but unfortunately, Charles Leclerc, Sergio Perez, Lance Stroll really struggled as a non-boy. Kevin Magnussen and Bottas were unable to get themselves sorted out. The Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton got into Q3 by the tiny eye of a needle. That was how he struggled to get into Q2, and well, he got in there, but it was not easy for him. But he got in there, sha. Now Q3, by the end of Q2, the rain was really poor. Q3, they came out in Inters again because they used Inters and soft all through the qualifying. They came out in Inters again, but Inters were not accommodating. So some of them set times they were able to set on Inters did not really show their true pace. So most of the drivers went in because there was a red flag caused by Carlos Sainz as he rammed his car into the wall. So when they got in and before they came out, it was all tumbling. Those that were able to set times in faster times in Q3 were Max Verstappen, Nico Hulkenberg, and Fernando Alonso, while others, Lewis Hamilton, George Russell, struggled to set a good time on the table. But it was a good one for Nico Hulkenberg to be second today as Max Verstappen took pole. Nico Hulkenberg came P2, while Fernando Alonso came in P3, Hamilton P4, George Russell P5, Esteban Ocon P6, Lando Norris P7, Carlos Sainz, that called out the red flag, came out in P8, Oscar Piastri P9, while Alex Albon was unable to set any meaningful time all through the session because at a point they went out in wet, but the wet could not even hold the rain. It was too much. They all had to resume back into the garage 4 minutes to the end of the qualifying, and they all agreed Max Verstappen had taken the pole. That was it. It was not really interesting, serious. But we hope for a very interesting race tomorrow. If Fernando Alonso and Lewis and George can challenge Max Verstappen. I'm not saying Nico Hulkenberg is not going to try it, right? But he's not in the game at all. Nico Hulkenberg is not in the game. He's not in the league of these guys. So it will be a very interesting race tomorrow, I believe, because it will be dry. It will be windy, but dry tomorrow. And let's see what happens tomorrow. We have a new friend in the house. We are in Nigeria here, West Africa. He provides internet for us. They provide the best internet around the mainland, and I know they are still moving to the highland and they are moving all around Nigeria. But for you to get internet on the mainland, contact Fibrad Telecom Limited. They get you sorted out ASAP. The best cable internet on the mainland, fiber, I think they get sorted out. We talk much about them in the course of some of our videos, but contact them, they get sorted out. We love you. My name is Oshifes Adamlare once again. Bye. Let's go watch the race tomorrow. It's going to be a bang. If you're a builder, if you're an art collector, if you have a showroom, Rated is the best place to get the artworks you need for your new buildings, for your art collections, for your showroom, for your exhibition. Rated Art have one of the best murals, mosaic works, and different art patterns in Nigeria presently. And it's somebody that you can communicate with, talks to you, you tell him what you want, and he will bring the reality out for you. To contact Rated Art, his number is right up here, and you can also go on social media links that are pasted right up here to check out some of his works. Thank you. Teams Gadget is for those of you that cannot easily go to the market to get your phones, your laptops, your accessories. Just place a call through. His phone number is there. It gets you the best. It's your shop plug to get you the best phones, accessories, laptops, games, and other accessories for your computer gaming experience. Contact Teams Gadget and you get them for you.